supposed to be a presentation, but just a personal backtesting. Guys, I'm posting. The main reason why I'm posting this is we can obviously know the NFP, something majestic always happens. Now, I'm going to start with GbpJpy because it's one of my favorites, and also there's something that we can be looking for. Before we proceed to that, let us look at what we are supposed to be doing for this week and what we've done for the past week. So as for the weekly basis, based on what we had on the previous week, today is Friday, or it was October. So based on what we had on the previous week, as we know, traders will swing only when necessary. Looking at the kind of representation previous week and current week. Last week, this was the and based on the momentum, everything is normal, everything is perfect. Apart from the previous week, we already had a rejection on it. The rejection on a bullish momentum, though sellers are not fully in control. So what we are doing this coming week, some great changes that happen from our bearish momentum to the week below, based on the 4 and the day. What we have to be expecting. Now, go to the daily basis. You will notice that for the first week we had this is a perfect rejection for us because buyers already had started losing momentum and buyers had already lost their momentum. So that took full control. The price it directly rejected from price, meaning that there's a high probability of the market coming inside here and continuing a bearish momentum. So the previous weekly structure that we have to expect changes from the 4 hours time frame. Now, if we look at 4 hours time frame, looking at the previous structure, we'll notice that we already had a market right at this point here. Anatomy, and we were given market structure that we are to expect. Now, the only thing that's left inside here is for the market to just give us changes to 1 hour time frame that the areas. Go to the daily basis, you'll notice based on the daily closure, we already had momentum down here, meaning that there's liquidity inside here. So it's upon us on the bullish momentum that bullish and also give us now carefully just to make clear what we have been looking at the weekly chart. We've been looking at the weekly structure. What we have at the weekly structure, that we already had a market condition right at the already tells us there's a higher probability that buyers are already losing momentum, meaning that there's a high probability of transiting from bullish to bearish. And what is going to give us this validation or confirmation for this? For us, as long as we have a long week rejection on the weekly, meaning that in order to confirm all this process of coming to food here, we must find a liquidation process that has already begun on a daily. Meaning that for every rejection that is already confirmed on a daily, it's going to give us your confirmation on the bearish momentum after the weekly. So based on time frame coordination, we already have our trouble area, we already have it and everything. What we are left with is 1 hour time frame area. And as you can see, we already have our changes. As you can see, if we look at the 1 hour, we already had our changes. Something as we were expecting, already transferred from bullish to bearish. It was already with momentum what I'm going to be focusing on is the level to level trading because I'm a day trader doing only when necessary. Now, what I'm going to be focusing on is this. Okay? Now, this is where we're coming to a point, something else that we've been speaking of something called price delivery. Price delivery, in explanation, go check on the Instagram, but based on the technicals, what we're expecting is it has already given us momentum that we're translating from bullish, okay, to bearish. We already have key levels that we're left in. What is going to happen is because we already have valid confirmation of this market going to bearish, means that everything here going to be testing levels, and then so based on what we already have a complete price delivery that is going to give us level to level trading, meaning that we already have our first trade, we have our second trade, we're going to have our third trade, and finally our fourth trade, just as we were expecting. Now, I'm just going to be quick on this. We're going to save time. Okay. I'm going to be focusing on buys in this level market. I'm going to be expecting buys from this level of the market. Okay. Let us see, depending on price delivery, what is price going to deliver to us before we take that move. Because everything from this point here is complete, means that this will not hold the price. Okay, we'll just come and sweep and come back to that. But now and everything is set, what we're expecting for the market. Okay, we already had a valid confirmation ourselves from this point. So fast forward, since I'm a day trader, means that each and everything that is left inside here, each and every entry that is going to be inside here is going to be valid for me to push up or down here up until when the market tests down this level. So if I go to the 15 minutes time frame, each and everything has already been validated with the 1 hour. I'm just going to be focusing on more sales rather point here. Uh, Moving on fast forward, I won't be focusing on buys anymore because each and everything that I was expecting on the 1 hour is complete. I'm just waiting for the 4 hour validation. Come and look at the 4 hours. We already have good change. So if the market breaks down this level, it will be perfect for me. Just testing this level, coming back to test level this idea, then continuing with my bear momentum. So fast forward, just as expected. Okay, and we were expecting our buys right at this level. I hope those who are looking to understand how level to level trading is made, this is how we are looking at. Meaning that if we come to look at the 15 minutes, we're going to be getting our second bearish entry. The reason why I was not focusing on this bearish momentum, on this bullish entry, because due to the way the market was coming, it was already liquidating itself. Probably difficult for me to get a good bid move because this is 8 pips up to this point, 20 pips. That so kileta tamana kwa ng'ombe. Simple, we just focus on one side since there's nothing to be focusing on the lower side. So power has already, let's look at the power. Power has not yet closed below. Let us focus on that. Finally. Now looking at what with powers, we already had our confirmation on yani nyimbo mtangazo. Okay. So if you look at the power, we already had it mentioned that the powers had already broken the structure, meaning that each and everything was left. Yeah. Looking at what was left inside here, since this was a Friday, this was a Monday. Okay, we are still focusing on the bearish because powers already validated everything. Just look at it. 1 hour. What was left behind? The only thing that was left behind with 1 hour, everything out here is done, or everything out here is done. Only this one thing here. And based on this, we were to expect for the market to just transit from the here, but it's impossible to have a long week rejection that has already been predicted out here. Hmm? Hiyo meeting. So that is what I was going to be focusing on. Why? Experience. Looking at the 5 minutes, same level I'm going to be focusing right away. Now, fast forward. That now, looking at the daily basis, now we have to focus on what has been happening. Where are we today? Okay, it was on Tuesday already, and as on Tuesday, we already had everything we needed for the market to play out. What we're just expecting is for the market to come and sweep this level here. Why all this noise? Yeah, hizi zote ni hela. Sasa moja kati ya mitaa ambayo I apologize to those who don't understand. Moja kati ya mitaa ambayo unatakiwa mpige hela ni tena na wale wazee wanaokuambia wanakwambia hivi trend line sawa, lakini lines cannot hold it. Let's be realistic. Don't tell me just the trend line hold the price. You have to understand the logic kwa nini hizi trend line dina hold the price. Not just a matter of tap here, tap here, tap here, tap here, tap here, tap here. The market has already changed. There's a lot of understanding of things. Unless you're dumb enough to go and focus on these things, you must understand what is going on. Okay? And the main logic behind, kwa sababu watu wengine kwa kawaida lazima utachora tu mistari hapa ukiexpect kwamba market inakuja kufanya nini. Kwa nini ije kutest this level? Because you already have a rejection at this point here, which has already told you is a rejection at the starting of a trend. Hapo, this is the rejection at the starting of a trend. Kama umesoma kitabu cha yule mzee na yule mzee mheshima yule, unajua kama hujasoma beginners forex tena kuna bahati. That is what I mean. Okay, so the reason behind is because you already have this rejection point here. The market has already come and tested for the second time. The last Imaanishi because we are tripping this point here, then we are going to continue on the bear. Current market price. What has the current market price told you? Sawa. Naamini wengi mshasoma zile video za yule jamaa. Mshasikiza sana video za yule. Mfano mmoja alikuwa anasema just because we used to travel with donkeys before does not mean that cars are worthless hominins. Okay? Kichwani. Sawa. Now, just because we already are sure of coming to sweep here doesn't mean that the market is going to be continuing on the bearish forever. Kuna kitu kinaitwa bias, alafu kuna kitu kinaitwa trend. What is bias? Bias ni maoni yako binafsi, ile unachokiona. Sawa, let us take as an example. Utajua mwenyewe. That is what the meaning of bias is. The trend, this is the general move of the market. The general move of the market. Yani, market inaweza ikawa overall trend is bullish, but the bias is bearish. Au market inaweza ikawa the overall trend is bearish, but the bias is bullish. Now, how does the trend become bullish and bias is bearish? Because come to the weekly time frame, this is what you see. This. So, but when you come to the point where the market is here, imekuja hapa for the first time, 1, 2. By the moment you are transiting from this point to this point, making this pullback, a bias as what we call a bias as bearish. Okay, so this transition from this point to this point, this is against the trend. That is what we call a bias for the current moment. Kwa sababu gani? Tayari tutakuwa tumepewa mabadiliko ya kutoka hapa kuja hapa. Kama hujaelewa na hapo, kuna mahindi kawetele kule wanauza bei rahisi, unaweza huko start your business, and since your business will be doing good in maize and there, it means that you are also going to be listed on DSE. Unasema so focus on that, don't be dumb, okay? Na turudi tulipokuwa. Hii ndio imebeba mtandao, ninapochomoa hapa kila kitu kimeisha. If you did not get that one, you need a new talent. Where were we? We did not understand the language, but I have also explained everything. So, since you're focusing at this point here already, because the market has already given us it and everything, what we're going to be known is continuation of there. And since you're not practice of saving you could tell until we hit this point here. Why? Already have a confirmation. Swing voice price appearance. We and from a weekly basis. Get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. Sure. Okay. I want to give you this simple trick. I want to give you this simple. And how long have we been recording? How long have we been recording? 30 minutes. Okay. 20 minutes. I want to give you this simple trick. Let's couple. And if you find this thing useful, please, please, tukutane hapo chini in the comments. I want to give you this simple trick. I want to apply Babu. This simple trick is going to give you 8 setups, 8 fucking setups, each and every single day. Any this trick it up setup. Hakikisha unaniomba namba ya malipo. This is what you're going to do. The day trader, I'm talking to day traders and scalpers. But yeah, I'm talking to day traders and scalpers. Now, what you're going to be doing is what happened. What happened the day before yesterday? Now, in order to understand what is happening, I advise you to differentiate these things very big. Okay. Now, what we're going to be looking for of the market, bottom side, we have changes that are complete. If we have changes at the bottom that are complete, this is the point, the closing price of the market. This is the closing price of the market. So no matter the circumstance, the market must start from this point here. The market must start from this point. It means that everything confirmed or to push inside here. If whatever is inside here or this point here has not been validated, but what is inside here is validated, it is going to push us. If you look at the 4 hours from yesterday, okay, we have these very good angalia hii point kwa wale Waswahili ambao mwelewi, mna vitu vigumu, mna kazi ya kuita momentum kama foolish. Unaona kama hii structure bullish momentum tayari fahamu itakupa mabadiliko ya kwenda chini. Pigieni candlesticks za yule mzee ng'ombe, pigieni candlesticks za yule mzee sio mjinga. This such kind of a trick. Sa ukiona kendo kama hii inamaanisha on a bearish momentum, yani from this point here thing is set to bearish, but from this point here coming to bullish, meaning that no matter the circumstance, issues inside here. Now it is here. It is here, my friend. It is here. It is here. If you ever get a stop loss, if you ever get a stop loss, just DM me. I'm going to give you back. Now, focusing on this area for structures that are going to be combo, TMMs, now let us go to the 1 hour and see what happens. If you come to the 1 hour, you will notice that it's a very good point. Meaning that this is what is going to hold the price. Negative 15 minutes time frame. Circumstance change. Everything, every level that was left up has already been mitigated. This level has already been this level has already been tested. If only this level was not tested. My friend, your game is over. And your game is over. You don't have to worry. Unakuja kuhit your target. Believe me not, the game is over. Now, what is left is observation. You see, that simple trick, that simple trick, that simple trick, yani, that simple. That is going to end our session. I'm going to add this trick when you click that session over. Okay, to those who did not understand the language, to everything that was said in my language, I've also explained it in the language, so don't worry. So since this one has already been mitigated, the only point that is left, you don't have even to analyze the market. You could do the testing, the mentor, and everything is going to be better. Okay, the market has issued up. So next week, I'm going to give you time. So make sure you just go to my Instagram page and to the notes to the post is given you ile post ambayo ina node just comment. No, comment gold. So guys, you're a foolish mentor and you're a foolish trader, get some skills, because if your strategy is not working, that means something is wrong. If you're not making profit, that means you're trading. Bye.